It is now recording. Thanks everyone for coming. So before I hand over to Kholoud to start the official presentation, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Yalma Digital. It's a digital web development and app development agency. So anything you want on the web or on a mobile app, whether it's a SaaS product or e-commerce site or whatever you want, technology product, they can create for you. Yalma is Fires from Yalma Digital, a long-time supporter of Silicon Beach. They're actually designing and developing the Silicon Beach Group website as well. Fires is based in Melbourne, but he has a team of designers and developers in India, so can give you a very cost-effective quote for your technical project. If you're a non-technical founder, talk to them, and they could bring your idea to life. So yalmadigital.com.au, connect with them through their website. And the other sponsor we have is appdemovideos.com. Adam, who's is their Melbourne person. The company is based in San Francisco, and they do some cool things with videos. So they're basically a technology video company. So if you have an app and you want to demonstrate it, or if you want to demonstrate your website, how it works, they can create some cool videos for you. So contact them. These two are our community sponsors for the time being. We are open for sponsorships. You can contact me through LinkedIn or send the team an email through siliconbeachaustralia@gmail.com. If you're watching this recording, send us an email to that address and we'll get back to you. And also not only community sponsorship, we now have event sponsorships as well. Like tomorrow at 5:30, we are having we have listed on our meetups event by MAP. MAP is Melbourne Accelerator Program of the University of Melbourne. They're having a huge party to launch their 2020 MAP cohort. So you can hear the pitches by the 10 selected startups. And they're planning to have a DJ, and they're planning to have lots of fun things. It's like a party, how they used to have in person, where they've taken it online this time. So I'm very interested to find out as well how they do it. So you could see the details on all the meetups. And we have actually put a link to their Eventbrite page. You need to RSVP on their Eventbrite. The event is free. Have a look and have a good time tomorrow evening at 5:30 Melbourne time. So that's a sponsored event, and we sent out electronic direct mail to all the meetups about it. So things like that we could do as well. They're quite reasonable, and that is a way to get your idea out instead of becoming a community sponsor. So talk to us about, we are very keen to support the small businesses that are supporting startups. So because of COVID-19, we're all feeling the pinch. So come and talk to us. We'll have ways of getting your message out. So thanks for letting me do that, Kholoud, and I'll hand over to you. You can now share your screen and first of all, introduce yourself and take it away. Thanks.
Thank you, Othola, for having me today, and thanks everyone for coming. And I would like to thank our sponsors as well. And so I'm Kholoud. I'm a founder of Kaizenx, and as well as I'm a service innovation advisor. So mostly helping businesses to innovate and to design better services. And today we'll talk about how to adapt innovation to actually design inspiring services. Just a second, I have to share on my screen.
Okay, we can see your screen.
Okay. Second.
If anyone has any questions, like questions pop into your head, they should. Just put them in chat and we'll get to them at the end, or I might ask them if you don't mind, Kholoud, if it's a pertinent question to what you're talking about, we might answer them during the presentation. I'll put my contact details and sponsors details in the chat as well. Okay, take it away, Kholoud.
Yeah. Okay. So this webinar goal actually is to discuss about how to use the innovation framework to craft services that fulfill your customer unmet needs. So whether you actually like an entrepreneur or a salesperson or a business advisor, a business coacher, you actually come up with a product that you want to sell to people or your customers. And before crafting this product or this service, you actually ask yourself, what do customers want? In fact, answering this question is really quite difficult because the answer may varies, and those people that you're trying to sell them something, they might change their mind in the same second you're trying to sell them actually this product. So let's give it an example. You're actually going to the shopping mall and you're trying to buy actually a shirt, but you end up buying something really different. You end up buying shoes or a belt, and you come to your house back and then you say, oh, I was actually going to the shopping center to buy like a shirt, but I end up buying something really different. So we actually have done a customer satisfaction research as well. And we were trying to find the satisfactory factors for patients to help one private hospital actually improve their revenue, increase their revenue. So we're trying to think and figure out what is actually the satisfying factors for these patients. We're thinking that we'll come up with the medical outcome, for example, or the healing, because the healing is actually the value proposition for hospitals. But in fact, we got something really different from that. We got people were saying, or patients were saying, that their satisfaction factor was actually the interaction with the staff and their inclusion in the decision making. So often people don't really recognize the product that you're trying to sell them or recognize the process, but they're actually recognizing something really different as interaction or involving them, engaging them with these process. So have you ever played like a game when you are like a child called Pass the Parcel? Give me a thumb up if you ever have heard about this game before. Okay, so this game is actually like, we've all have seen it, and it's basically when you actually trying to give a gift to someone which is wrapped with many layers. So the person that you're trying to give him the gift would never guess what is inside the box. And offering the service or a product to a person, it's actually the same. So you're trying to come up with a product or craft a product or a service, but in fact, customer doesn't see all the process which is behind. And all of these layers, in fact, is it considered to be something called customer experience, which is involved the tools, the process, the subject, and the behavior, which is in the interaction with these processes and the stuff. So to measure this customer experience, customer actually doesn't really understand all of these process behind, but they're just trying to measure or to value this customer experience overall. So at Kaizenx, we're actually our mission is to actually design this process, this channel with people, design the whole service, the system, the process, the product, and the interaction. That's what we do every day, and that's what we try to help organizations and businesses design. So we call ourselves service designers or a service design agency. To make it clear what is a service design, we just would like to introduce it with a really simple example is that when you have two coffee shops, both of them actually right next to each other, both of them selling the same coffee with the same price, but you often go to one except the another. And what makes you really loyal to this coffee shop is actually a service design, because customer doesn't really care about the whole process of this business, but they just care and they just value the product and the end and the interaction. So when we call ourselves like a service design agency, but we often talk about product and experience, and people really get really fussy about it, and they really don't understand what is like, why you talk about service design and then you talk about product and then you talk about experiences. In fact, like, goods have been called as a service avatars. People actually hire services to get the jobs done, one job done. So for example, you're going to buy a shirt, a formal shirt, to attend a meeting, not because you need this shirt right now. So you're trying to achieve something. And by achieving this something, the whole service has been designed to make you achieve this goal. So the organization challenge has been for a while now is innovation. So every organization, every business has been under a pressure to innovate. And in fact, when the recent McKinsey poll, 84% of a global executive reported that innovation was extremely important for their growth. But in fact, just only 94% actually failed this innovation process. And the reason they actually failed and they fell into this trap of innovation is because they didn't really focus on these jobs to be done for their customers. They didn't really focus that customers only need a product to achieve something, to achieve a goal. So they were trying to create like product that the market haven't seen before. They were trying to do something very new, but they didn't really come back and ask their customers, what are you actually trying to achieve? So the introduction of innovation from this jobs to be done perspective is the process of devising a product or a service concept that addresses the customer's unmet need, thus enabling this customer to get the job done. So we figured out that when we actually design a service and all of these, the channels and the process, that we can actually innovate in not for the whole service. I mean, we can innovate still for the whole service, but innovation itself can come up in just in a particular process or in the interaction itself. So, or only one channel. So it shouldn't be like, it shouldn't be the pressure of innovation that it has to be something really new or something that involves the whole service process, but it could be just in a way of interaction with a customer in only one channel. So why we actually need to innovate? And the reason we need to innovate is to differentiate and to deliver more value and to generate, of course, more revenue, because revenue is your value of success. And it's actually the measure that you measure success is you get more revenue. However, we need to innovate, of course, to stay in the market. And this is like the main reason, because a lot of companies have failed and went to bankruptcy because they couldn't actually follow like the market and the needs for their customers. So we'd like to give some example for innovation, and this innovation that can be only through a channel or through like just a stakeholder, even within the stakeholder channel. So it could be very in a small thing. And there are two types of actually service design, either a service as a product or either a service as an add-on. So this shop, like a grocery shopping, just shop and very small in Germany, Kholoud, and they were trying to stay alive in the market, of course, and they were trying to understand their customers and why their customers are coming to them and how they can attract more customers, as well as how they can retain the existing customer. And when they actually made like the customer research and their jobs to be done for their customer, they figure out that their main customer is a person who's running late or wanna shop really fast. And they map the whole service in just a simple quiz. And so they figure out the jobs to be done for their customer is to achieve like a shopping experience, for example, 5 minutes. And they come up with this idea with the shopping by recipe. You can shop all one recipe for just 2 minutes, probably, because you can have just one bag that it's involving all products for this recipe. So the way they map this service is this service for the target customer, chef at home or foodies, and for who? The people who has too little time. And unlike other stores, we offer all ingredients in just one single shop. And this way, they actually innovate in their offering. They didn't invent a new product. They didn't sell a new product. They just innovate in the way they offer the service for their customers. The other service is Ostrad, also in Germany. And this service is rental bikes, and they are everywhere in Germany. And the way they innovate is that they actually offer assessment and they assist their customers through other stores. So not only the stores that owned by them, but also other stores. So their customer can reach them wherever he is. So they actually innovated in the way they involve with different stakeholders. So the innovation process and the roadmap that you can follow innovation is through configuration or offering or experience. And there is different ways actually that you can innovate and you can just solve a customer problem or achieve a customer goal through all of these channels. Would like to actually take like a case study that from our work actually. So this is this client is the second manufacturer actually for crystals, and they are a huge manufacturer, and as well as they have stores for chandeliers and gifts, crystal gift as well. And they came to us and they had a problem that their customer actually doesn't like to pay much for their product. They don't have many customers that come to their stores, and they are not recognized in the market as the second manufacturer in the world for crystals. And it was actually a huge task because as they are one of the biggest manufacturer for crystals, they do have a lot of channels, and as well as they do have different stores. And it was difficult to start with this qualitative research. And we spend actually months, and we shouldn't, but we spend months trying to figure out what is actually the main problem, why customers don't go to their stores, and why customer doesn't understand that they are one of the biggest manufacturer in the world for crystals. And they are actually having purity for crystals more than Swarovski, that it's actually really recognized by the world. So we spend actually, as I said, days trying to figure out why customer doesn't go there. So their gains, their pains, their touch points. And we've got some quotes as well from customers. And when we only try to figure on, to focus, on jobs to be done, we actually got the job done very quickly, because when we started, we weren't actually sure where to focus our research. But when we only tried to focus on the job that the customer is trying to achieve by going there, or by buying these product chandeliers or crystals products, we could figure out actually ways to innovate. We actually improved their whole services. However, I'm only talking today about the channels that we innovated for the customers. And one of the customer quote was, when we asked him why actually trying to get this job done by buying, coming here and buying a chandelier, he said, I actually first go to an interior designer who designed my house, and then the interior designer give me pictures of illustration of what is my future house would be. The thing is, I take these picture and go to the stores trying to buy the same furniture and the same chandelier or accessories that it's in the picture. And we actually studied this quote a lot, because what this person didn't understand, that interior designers and architects, they usually having like a library, a 3D library, that they just pick from it the furniture and the accessories. So they don't actually design these specific furniture unless they are a product designer. So we try to figure out how we can innovate in a way that we make it easy for people as this segment to actually fulfill his need and to make him achieve his goal very quickly. So at first, when we understand these jobs to be done, we try to segment, we try to make sure that this is actually a need for a segment customer. So we try to segment this. What? Sorry. I'm not sure what it is. So we try to segment the customers, and we figure out that we have 3 customers, B categories and A categories, and every segment of these customers actually are trying to achieve a different goal. So we come up with this strategy and how to disrupt this product, how to sustain, and how to defend this client in the market as well. Not sure what it is. Just a second, please.
Yeah, I think I removed someone from the thing because there was someone who came in with just only a number. And I have a feeling it was him who drew something on the screen using there is a feature in Zoom, so I removed him. That should be okay. I don't think you can remove that. It will stay there, but we can read that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just ignore that.
Yes, I was thinking that it's my problem. Right.
No. Someone tried to be funny.
Okay. So we came up with these 3 initiatives: how to focus on people and product and position in the market. And these are actually a strategy talk. So so how to attract these people into this client, and how to design this product to be attractive to customers, of course, and how to position this client in the market as well. And this process actually takes a long time, and as well as it goes through all the channels for this service. However, as I said, I'm gonna talk only today about the channels that we innovated and we improved with the customer interaction, and that we tried to do just app for this store and this client, and AR, augmented reality app, that a customer can come and can actually see this accessory or chandelier inside his own home. So he could actually find the library for this in this app, and he could just pick a product from this particular store, and he could actually just find out how it looked like inside his house. So it would make easy for him to actually shop and make easy for him to take the decision to buy this product. As well as we try to launch these products for the store itself online for designers to use it, because some companies actually feel that their products is like a copyright, that you can't actually publish it. But in fact, when you publish your own product, sometimes it brings up some people that affiliate that come back to you. So people use it, but actually they acknowledge your source. And that's why you come up with people coming because they looked and searched for that source. Is the same way when you launch actually a workshop or a course, and then you take like a graphic from another source, and then you acknowledge this source, and then people actually look for these sources and come back to them. And by this, we could actually retain customers, and we could actually achieve 80% more revenue in this year for this client, which was a huge impact for their customer experience. And yeah, this is the end of this event. And just to a conclusion, that innovation could be in just small steps through any channel in your service. It could be through interaction. It could be through the way you offer your service. It could be through the experience. And any questions?
Okay, what you can do is unmute the mics and ask a question. You can put your hand up if you want to ask a question, or just ask away, because we have only a few people now in the room. Some of them left, must have been hungry. So yeah. Yeah, I think I found out what might be the reason. I had the whiteboard function. Zoom has a whiteboard function. And I should change the settings so that only hosts and co-hosts can use that whiteboard, because whiteboard can be used to write anything. So yeah, that's something to do for me. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So anyone has a question? Unmute and ask away. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the recording there so people don't have to feel shy to ask questions. So thanks everyone for staying on the call. I'll stop the recording there.